Hey guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. And today I'm starting the drawing tutorial series, and today I'm going to be teaching you a new lesson. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys about shading, and I'm actually going to be using some of Haley's stuff because she has different stuff in her art kit than I do, so I'm going to use her shading pencil. Sorry, Haley. But anyway, let's start. So I'm going to start by drawing a shape, starting with the sphere. Now let's do let's try to draw a cube. I'm not using a ruler, so it could look better, but you know. And I'm also using a different recording type style. So, one second. So you start with a square, and then you kind of make like a type of rectangle that's tilted upwards on the sides. So this will be shading and shadowing. We're going to do that shape. We're going to do a circle, and actually, yeah, I don't know. I was going to use my compass, but I shouldn't. I mean, it's just too much work for a tiny circle. I cannot draw circles though. But anyway, just plan out a bunch of shapes and figures. You could also do humans if you wanted to. But I'm just going to draw a few more shapes and then I'll be back. I just decided to draw another one because I cannot think of any ones. They don't have to, I'm not doing accurate ones, obviously. But anyway, it's best not to use a normal number 2 pencil. So I'm going to get I'm going to borrow one of Haley's charcoal pencils. And let's start with this square one because of how dark this one gets and how easily it rubs off. You don't need to add much. Just make circular motions or go along with the pattern that you're going to shade it in. Most likely oblique lines going in a certain direction. And you're going to put that down. Depending on the size, you could use a larger or a smaller shading stick. Shading. So this is what the small one does. But I always prefer to use a bigger one, just because it seems a bit more effective. And then towards the further end of the shape, you're going to do a darker stroke and blend it inwards with the figure. Okay, and even if it's not blended together, I need to do a step. So, because it's kind of gone out of the edges, just get a white eraser and trim it back down. And then you can continue. I'm going to start using this tiny one. 1 second. And then because of how, dark is, which is unusual. Towards the end, you're going to erase some, towards the closer end to you, you're going to erase some of it, preferably with one of those pencils that is the worst eraser ever, because it still like shades it, but you could still use a normal rubber eraser. So I'm just going to erase that and keep blending it inwards. Next, I'm going to work on shading in the front. So I'm kind of going to make this rounded, thin L type thing. And then I'm going to use a smaller smudge stick. Smudge that together, kind of lengthening it at the bottom. And then blending it. So this thing is really loud and annoying, but it's because of then it's like scratching against the paper a little too rough. But anyway, that's the cube. Next we are going to be working on the sphere. This one's a little different. So it seems to have this type of rounded part at the top. And then you're just going to do these strokes. One at the bottom is going to go further up, like that type of pattern, but at the bottom you might want to make a little line for this. You are not going to color it in all the way, and it's going to be a lighter shade because of the reflected light. Thank you, my art teacher, for teaching me this. So then you're going to just blend it all together. And just make sure that you don't get that area. Just blend it to where you can't see the strokey lines anymore. And you can blend it, just you will have to erase it later. So that will be your rough sketch, and then you will go in and fix it up a little. The shading pencils are rolling in. Okay. I'm just going to make sure this part here and this part up here are extra bright. And then make sure you just make it darker, close whenever the area for the area furthest away from you. And there you have the sphere. Now onto the cone. This one's a little tricky because of the top part. So you're going to kind of do this, oh no, it's hard to explain. You're kind of going to do this lump, and the like actual oval itself will be where the light is, and the like Star Trek type symbol thing will be the shadow. and then you're going to, you know, keep doing the strokes, but you're going to make sure you keep it down a line. So at the bottom, the whole cone thing will be filled up. And then I'm going to get my smaller one because I made this shape a little small. And I'm going to blend it. Blending can take a little while. It's kind of tedious, but not really, because the product that you get out of it is really worth it. Just make sure you get that one edge a little darker. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend this top part a little more. I kind of pressed down a little too hard with the charcoal pencils, which kind of messed it up. But that is how you shade. And another tip to make it look better is, and sharpen the details so the shadowing stands out better, is you get a pen or some sort of inking pen, and then you outline it. So I'm going to do that for you guys. I forgot the last part on doing the shadows. So with this square, so let's all pretend that the light bulb or the light source is right here. I cannot draw a light bulb. A ding, 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 ding. There. Okay, beautiful. So you would keep continuing this line out. I prefer using a number 2 pencil. And depending on the time of day, if this was out in the sunlight, it would be a different length, but let's just pretend it's, the sun is, I think it would be rising. I don't know. So you wouldn't go as far distance. You'd kind of make like a 7, and then bring it back in, and then fill it in really dark. And that would be the cube shadow. For the circle, you'd kind of like continue it out just a teensy bit, and then you'd make an oval and bring it back in, but instead of just coming straight down like that, it makes a bit of a oblique line. And then for the cone, since the light bulb is here, we're going to have it continue out this way. It would go like a straight line, and then it'd make like a curve. Let's make it longer than that. And you'd bring it back, not directly to the point, and then you'd fill that in. I know this was a long video, but that was the first tutorial of drawing video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys all later. Bye!